So a while back, I was driving the kids to practice. We were going to practice. It was about 5, dude, rush hour. And I like to push the limits. Like I like to see how far I can get with my gas light.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you one of those? Do you guys have gas like or in your car all the time? There's some people that are
I keep. She'd kill me. I can see my wife being like, but I keep gas in my car. But there have been times where I've pushed it to the limit, and it's bit me in the butt.
Whether it's the time, like pace, I don't know, bro. But our light is always coming on, and it's like, oh, you know how now they have like, oh, you could go 40 more miles, you could go 30 more miles,
You
and all
can
of
go
a sudden,
30, yeah,
it's
once
like,
a light hit.
so I was pushing it, bro, pushing it,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, like my truck went out, bro. Like 5 o'clock, busy, dude. So we're just there, dude, and I call Paige, and I'm like, you're gonna have to come bring me gas. So we just sat in the truck, dude, and people like going around you, and I'm just dead in the water, bro.
Why don't you just get out and push it?
No, bro. So, well, okay. So then, this is not a joke, dude.
Yeah.
About a month later, here I am pushing the limits again.
Yep.
And taking the kids. This was after school, whatever. And here I am, dude, and I know I'm running out of gas. So this time I'm actually going to the gas station. And guess what happens? Pew! My truck dies, dude. Tries. So, but because this time we were so close to the gas station, literally like across the street, me and the boys jump out and we start pushing it. And matter of fact, people saw us, and people started jumping out and like started helping us push. There's like 3 cars, dude, that just stopped and helped us push the car.
Yeah.
Right, the truck. But this is cheesy, bro. It's legit cheesy.
You're a cheesy dude.
I am a cheesy dude. But it made me think of Galatians 6:2.
Yeah.
Right. So humor me here, and this is not like I'm not trying to do a preaching practical application.
Well, I know I'm preaching practical.
6.
Let's hear it.
Galatians 6:2 is about carrying each other's burdens.
Galatians 6, yeah.
Carrying each other's burdens. So when I look at the car thing that we did, the truck thing. True story. When I sat in the truck and didn't ask for help, nobody helped me. Right? Nobody helped me. People were mad at me, actually, not knowing what's wrong with my vehicle. Why is this dude in the middle of the road?
Why is he just sitting here?
He's just sitting here, right? But when I got out of the vehicle and my kids and I pushed the vehicle, people actually helped me push the vehicle.
Yeah, because they seen what you were doing.
They saw, right? They knew that I needed help. So that brings me to Galatians 6:2, carrying each other's burdens. We all have burdens. We all have things that we go through, but yet we don't want to tell people. We don't want to expose. We're ashamed. But long story short, if we don't get out of the car and push the car, people are not going to know that we need help.
Yeah.
Right?
If you don't say anything.
If you don't say anything. Right? So it just hit me, man. Like, I related those two things together. Once again, it's a practical application, weird, cheesy thing, but it's true, bro.
Yeah.
How many times have we gone through something and we didn't tell nobody and we struggle by ourselves?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No, that's good. I thought about, myself in that, like, several instances, battling, mental health issues or going through something where I was like you know what I mean? Ran out of gas, just kind of sat there, isolated, alone, not telling you, not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And then the times where, I kind of broke away from that and was like, I need to share with someone. And then that, it helped, that person helped build me up and speak life into me and kind of carry me along and be there for me. So I think it's really important. It made me think, Ecclesiastes, right? It says that 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return for their labor. Yep. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up, but pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up.
Pity them.
Yeah, so, but this kind of goes 2 ways, not only on the individual, like you said, we don't want to share our problems because we don't want to be judged, you know what I mean? It's hard to go and tell someone, hey, I'm addicted to pornography, I need help, or hey, I'm battling with thoughts of suicide, whatever the case may be,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So there's that spectrum of it, but then the other spectrum of, if I go to the church and I'm like, hey, I'm battling with pornography, they're like, oh, okay, well, and then they go back and be like, oh my god,
Oh my gosh.
he's battling pornography. You know what I mean?
He must be on Twitter. He's on Twitter all the
Yeah.
time.
But you get what I'm saying?
I got
So
it.
yeah, you're 100% right. We got to get out of the comfort zone. You got to be transparent. You got to ask for help. And then the other side, you got to bear the burden. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to bear the burden of the other person. It's not always just about you and what you're going through. And sometimes that's hard because you might be going through some stuff yourself.
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, and now I gotta put myself aside
Yeah.
and worry about you.
And we talked about that previously in an episode, how I felt like I had let you down. There was a moment in your life where you were going through some stuff, and
Yeah.
then I was going through some stuff, and I'm busy, and I had a kid, and I was like going out of town, right? I was like gone for like a month, right? And
Mhm.
I felt like I wasn't there to help you carry your burdens, right?
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, it's not about just me, right? That scripture is talking about I should help you, right?
Yeah.
We should help each other carry each other's burdens. Think about it. Like, why do you think we're so? What is the stigma behind it? Why do
you
we
mean?
not tell? Why are we so ashamed? Whether it's the church, whether it's just the culture, whether it's just even our job field, whatever it is, right? People are ashamed or afraid or embarrassed to ask for help. Why is that? Why do you think that is?
I think one, ashamed and embarrassed, and it could be a little bit of pride too. It's like maybe I have this image of I'm a Christian, you know what I mean? But no, you don't have it all together, and I don't want to admit that I don't have it all together.
Yeah.
I don't want you to judge me. Maybe you're gonna think I'm a pervert, if I tell you, hey, I'm addicted to porn, or maybe he's an alcohol, maybe he's not serious with God.
Yeah.
I think it's the one, it could be pride. Two, the fear of being looked down on or like outcasted, or something like that. And I think that it's so one thing I've learned as I've gotten older is everybody has things that they struggle with.
Yeah.
In their marriage, with their children, their own dark secrets and stuff like that. But the church, I feel, or people in general, that we don't do a good job of, like you said, being transparent. We just sit in that truck kind of.
Yeah.
So to bring it up almost becomes like it's a thing that people aren't used to. Like you don't talk about, you don't share these types of things. So I think that's where people are afraid to. I don't want you to think, well, he don't know how to raise his kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, my kid, look at my kids, And that's what you think it's going to be. But sometimes if you just come forward and be like, hey, my kid's freaking, they be like, oh, me too, man. 6 months ago, the same thing happened. This is
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me pray with you. Or, you know what I mean?
So
What
I
do you think?
I think you're right on. You're that's exactly what it is. I think we care too much what people care about.
Mhm.
And I try to tell my kids, like, that's something that I try to instill in them. Like, who cares what people think?
Yeah.
Like, and I know consciously we do, right? Or subconsciously we do still care. But like, why, dude? Like, the comparison game, or like, he's got it all together, she's got it all together. Like, who cares, dude? Like, we struggle. We all struggle. We all have problems, right? I've gone through financial problems when I was younger, right? Yeah, like now we're good. We got it together, but there's nothing to be ashamed about, dude. Like people that struggle financially, or like you said, I struggle. You name it, I've struggled with it, right?
Yeah.
And I probably could help somebody, right? If you need help, come ask me. I probably got an answer for you because I did it all, right? So I don't know, man. We just need to stop being ashamed. So that's something I would say. The pride is something that we need to kick, right? As people, as Christians, especially as Christians, dude. Like, who cares? I go back to when Jesus talks about the church, bro. The church is for broken people. The church is for, like, the it's a hospital, right? Does the hospital need sick people? Yeah, dude, that's what a hospital's for. It's not meant for, if you're well, you're not meant to be in the hospital. You don't go to the hospital when you're well. Hey, I'm here for my well checkup. I guess you have a well-being. That was stupid, but you have a what do they call it? A well-being checkup. I don't know. But you know,
the periodic, a physical.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you go to a hospital or a doctor because you're sick, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Jesus was talking about the church, like in general, like we come here because you're sick, like something's wrong with you. You're supposed to be not okay.
If there's something not wrong with you, then I'm worried about you.
then I'm gonna let you know something's wrong with
Yeah,
you, right?
something's wrong with you.
Yeah,
But
I don't know, man. That's kind of what I was thinking. It was on my heart, and I don't know. I guess I would just encourage people, man. Like, get rid of the pride. It ain't gonna go. Like, you can't fix what isn't exposed, right? Like, you can't fix it. So, get over it, man. That's all I got, bro. You got anything else to add?
hey, you hit the getting over the pride thing. Since you covered that, I would just focus on the opposite end. Make sure you're the person that person can lean into, and that you're willing to bear those burdens and understand. Part of being a Christian is being Christ-like and being selfless, and that sometimes you might have to bear those burdens when you have some burdens of your own.
Yeah.
So
No, that's good.
Yeah.
And I would say last thing is find those relationships, right?
ooh, dog. Hey, you know
Right.
what? I've had, there's nothing. I hate to cut you off.
No, you're good.
There's nothing better than having friends that you can be real with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you can share these flaws and then they're not be like a.
We,
You know what I'm saying?
We need to stop going to Chuck D's house.
Oh yeah, like can you believe what his kids there? Or you know, there's nothing
Yeah,
worse
yeah.
than like inviting people over and you gotta hurry up and clean up and
Yeah.
make sure because you don't want nobody to see how you live. But keep going.
No, that's it. Like I just, who I would ask you, who are you surrounding yourself around, right?
Who's
Like,
your circle?
who's your circle? Who, like, are there people that you can confide in? And be careful who you get counsel from, right? Be careful who you get counsel from. If I'm a believer, I don't need to be counseled by my mother or father,
No.
or sister who's not a believer, right?
Mhm.
They don't have the same values as me. We don't have the same, like you having husband problems. Don't run to your mom who's been divorced twice and ask for guidance, right? Like, be careful who you get counseled by. So I would surround myself. That's an advice I would give. Surround yourself around Christian people.
Some people that have a little bit more knowledge
A
than
little bit
you.
more knowledge, right? Things that somebody that can help pull you. We talked about mentorship and who's pulling you, who can help you through the process, right?
That's good.
But be careful. Be careful who you get counsel from,
Mm.
because sometimes it's not always good advice.
Mm.
Trust me, I've lived it. Right?
That's good.
All right, bro.
Hey, don't be driving around with your gas tank on E.
Man, I'm probably on empty right now, dude.
I think it was, dude. When we went Charles, I think it was.
Gosh, man.
But that
All
was
right,
good.
I'll work
That
on
was
it.
a good story.
All right, bro. Late.